Hey Holly, so it's a really good question. I actually haven't had this question in a very long time. So when I first started with stomach issues and we didn't know what was going on yet, they were treating it as though it was gastroparesis already. Basically, they called it functional dyspepsia, which, to my understanding in layman's terms, as a nurse will understand, breaks down to stomach not functioning, unknown reason. And so they tried me on a medication called domperidone, which I'm sure, again, you are familiar with. I was tried on 30 milligrams a day, I think it was, which was 10 milligrams 3 times a day, I believe, is what they tried me on. And it didn't do anything for me, so they took me off it. They tried me on amitriptyline, and it was causing, I don't know how to explain it. Panic attacks, I guess. It was like night terrors, but they were happening while I was awake, right? Like, I couldn't tell you what was going on, just I was, like, in, like, full-on, like, freak-out mode. So they pulled me off of that. Later on, I think it was last year, after we got my diagnosis of gastroparesis, maybe the year before, I can't remember now, but within the last couple of years, no, it was probably before that. I think it was when I lived on Cardin. So I think it was 2022, early 2023. They tried me on domperidone again. They had me on 4 tablets a day. Now, that is a very high dose, is what I was told. And so they had me going for weekly EKGs. And I got a call after my doctor got the report from, like, the 3rd EKG, that I was to cease taking it right away. I guess she's seen something in the EKG results that she was not okay with. And so I did talk to her. I said, is there anything else that we can try? I said, I've heard mention of this other medication. I can't remember what it's called now. And I mentioned it. She goes, that I'm assuming you've heard it from people in the States. I said, in the tube group, so probably. And she's like, yeah, it's basically the American version of domperidone. It's the same medication. We can get it here too. She's like, but it is the exact same medication. And we know at the lower dosage, domperidone didn't work for you. And at the higher dosage, it was causing problems with your heart that I didn't like seeing. She's like, so I'm not comfortable putting you on that. And I said, is there anything else we can do? She goes, we tried you on amitriptyline, we tried you on domperidone. Those are the only medications that she prescribes for gastroparesis, motility issues. She said those, I don't know if maybe those are the only ones that are covered by ODB. I don't know if those are the only ones she's familiar with. I don't know if there's others. This is just what I've been told. So, was on amitriptyline. It just caused panic all the time, major anxiety attacks. And then the domperidone apparently was causing issues with the heart. I don't know what they were. She didn't go into details. She just said that she's seen something on the EKG that wasn't there prior to me starting the domperidone, because I had to do an EKG, then I could start on it, and then I had to do it weekly. She had me doing weekly checks, EKGs, which was annoying, but, I was happy to follow through with what she needed me to do. But that is the reason I'm currently not on any sort of motility medication, because she said she tried me on the 2 that she prescribes. And I don't know of any other ones. Anything that can have, that one of the side effects is suicidal ideation, suicidal thoughts, whatever. Anything that can cause mood swings, depression, anything like that, they won't put me on because of my history of suicide attempts, and as well as my history of mood swings. They don't want to put me on anything that can trigger either one of those things. Sorry, having a coughing fit. So that's why I'm not currently on any sort of medication. So we will see what happens in this coming year. Talk to my doctor, see if there's anything else that maybe they could try. But I think that's the reason she was sending me for a consult for G-pulm surgery, because there was nothing else that she could do. That's what I've been told. Right, was that she's tried me on the medications that she's willing to prescribe, and so the next step would be surgery. So that's where we're at, and we will have to just go with that and see what comes of it. Any more questions, let me know. I'm an open book, and I'm happy to share.